Greetings, YouTube. It's been a while. I don't think I've uploaded this year. Luckily, I have like 5 recurring viewers. So for those 5 of you, I'm sorry, guys. But I thought I'd make a video. This isn't really fully traditional. Not a model rocket launch. I've not launched rockets forever. I'm not gonna lie. I've been busy, you know, and kind of my interests, they kind of, I don't know, they just like shift. So here we are though. I felt like making a video. First video of the year, maybe. Fact check me on that. Anyways, you guys saw the title. Hopefully y'all read that correctly. This is in fact clickbait. This is not a 100-year-old model rocket, but I'm not too far off. So here we go. Check the thing out. Now, I mean, it kind of is a model rocket. It's a model, kind of. And it's not 100 years old. It's about 80. This is a rocket practice, as you can see. Rocket practice. Yeah, something. I can't read that. If you guys know that, it says somewhere. It says M7A1. Now this is the M7A1 dummy rocket. It is the practice variant of the M6A1 heat rocket used in the M1A1 Bazooka, which was introduced in like 1942. If I could remember my notes correctly for this video. Anyways, the use case of these things, I mean, it kind of makes sense. It was to practice loading the bazooka. Obviously, you can't use real live rounds because that's just kind of dangerous. I mean, imagine misfiring a bazooka rocket. Not good at all. So instead, they'd have these M7A1s, and they would be filled with mortar. Yeah, just like, that's what it's called. And yeah, I mean, you can just simulate loading the rocket, loading the igniter, and all that. Now, what is interesting about this is, well, for one, the bazookas used electrical launch systems, electrical ignition systems, very much like the model rockets of today. Here I have this guy, this was like the Sasha 2061 rocket by Estes, I think. Have I launched it? I don't think I have. This is actually 2-stage. We'll take off the bottom stage for the sake of this right here to compare. I did choose this one to show because it's kind of a militaristic looking one. Now for one, you'd load this guy in the bazooka tube, and then you'd stick an igniter in the back, just like how you'd stick an igniter in the back of a model rocket. You know, it would have like wires coming off of it, just like the launch system of a model rocket. Of course, instead of a model rocket, which is like on a vertical rod and launch them, this is obviously in a bazooka tube. But then the wires will connect to a launch controller for this, which, you know, has batteries in it. You press the button and it goes off, right? That's how a model rocket works. Very similarly, the bazooka, it would have wires, you know, coming off the igniter, attaching to the bazooka. There'd be batteries inside, and it pretty much was the same exact ignition system. This electrical ignition. It's just the trigger is the button that launches. I mean, it really is very similar to like model rockets of today. Kind of interesting, I thought. And we can also look at this rocket. We can learn a couple things about, a lot of the principles. What am I trying to say? Pretty much, you can see the design. If you know about model rocketry, if you've ever designed your own, and you know about like center of pressure, center of gravity, etc., then you can kind of see why it's designed this way, especially the fin profile. Obviously, as we can see, you know, the fins right here, there's a lot of fins. This is obviously round. That's to kind of help guide it through the bazooka tube. That makes sense. As for another reason why there's 6 fins and all that, and also why the explosive payload's in the front. As we know, center of gravity wants to be in front of the center of pressure to make the rocket fly stable, right? That makes sense. Center of pressure further towards the back, center of gravity further towards the front. Center of mass, center of gravity, same thing. That's rocket stability 101. The fins being, you know, since the dimensions of the bazooka tube, right, kind of thin, you can't have these wide fins. So in order to pull the center of pressure back, you need to have these long sweeping fins that go past the body of the rocket. Furthermore, the center of pressure is even further pushed back by the fact that there's 6 of these fins. Hopefully that made sense. Hopefully you know what I'm talking about. I just thought it was interesting. This is a cool little artifact type thing that's kind of been in my family's possession for a while. It's kind of cool. I don't know. I just wanted to share. Thank you to all my viewers who watch my channel. Yeah.